Hello everyone, today in this video we will see what happens to an AC voltage when it is sent through a series LCR circuit. After this video you should be able to derive the expression for the current through LCR circuit, define impedance and discuss the special cases for LCR circuit. So this is an LCR circuit in which we have connected a resistor, inductor and capacitor in series, and we are giving the alternating voltage E is equal to E naught sin omega t, and let VR be the voltage across R. So I am writing VR as a vector because we have to make the phasor diagram afterwards, so it will make our diagram easy. And VL is the potential difference across the inductor and VC is the voltage across the capacitor. And we know in resistor circuit the phase difference between current and voltage is 0 degree, and in inductor circuit the voltage leads the current by 90 degree. In capacitor circuit the voltage lags behind the current by 90 degree. Now using this idea we will draw the phasor diagram for LCR circuit. Now this is the phasor diagram for resistor circuit in which current and voltage are in same direction and there is no phase difference between them, and the angle made by voltage and current is omega t. So in this circuit current is same, so we will be using only one current. So in inductor circuit the voltage is 90 degree ahead of the current, so from here at 90 degree we make the voltage VL. Now in capacitor circuit the voltage is lagging behind the current by 90 degree, so this is the current. Before 90 degree there is voltage VC. Now we have to find the total voltage using these three vectors. Now out here you can see VL and VC are in opposite direction, so the resultant of VC and VL will be in the direction of VL because we are considering VL is greater than VC. So suppose after subtracting VC from VL, this is the resultant vector, we are getting VL minus VC. And now we'll find the resultant of VR and VL minus VC. So to do that we'll use the triangle law. So we'll shift this vector out here and we'll add this two vector VR and VL minus VC. So see, tip to toe, so that means this is the resultant vector and total voltage through the circuit. Now we'll take this triangle and we'll see the resistance offered by each part of the circuit. Now this blue one is for the resistor circuit, so resistance offered will be R, and this line is due to inductor and capacitor. Resistance offered by this part will be XL minus XC. XL is the inductive reactance and capacitive reactance, and this side is the total resistance of the circuit, and that is Z. We call it impedance. Suppose the angle between this current and the final voltage is phi, then we can make this angle to be phi. Now we have to find current and phi for this circuit. Now we are considering the same circuit, LCR circuit, with alternating voltage E is equal to E naught sin omega t, and let I be the current flowing through each component at any instant of time. In series circuit same current flows through all the components, and for resistor circuit current and voltage is in same phase. And if VR be the PD across resistor circuit, and if V0R is the maximum voltage and I0 is the maximum current, then we can write using Ohm's law V naught R is equal to I naught R. So potential is equal to current into resistance. So similarly for capacitor circuit, so in capacitor circuit the current leads the voltage by 90 degree, and if VC is the voltage across capacitor, and if V0C is the maximum voltage through the capacitor and I0 is the maximum current through the capacitor, and if XC is the capacitive reactance, then we can write potential is equal to current into resistance. That means V naught C is equal to I naught XC. Similarly for inductor circuit, the current lags behind the voltage by 90 degree. So if VL is the voltage across L, V naught L is the maximum voltage and I naught is the maximum current through the inductor, and if XL is the inductive reactance of the inductor, then we can write V naught L is equal to I naught XL. Potential is equal to current into resistance. So now we'll draw the phasor diagram. We have already discussed how did we get this phasor diagram. So out here you can see VL and VC are in opposite direction, and we are considering VL is greater than VC. So resultant of VL and VC will be in the direction of VL, and the total EMF will be given by the resultant of VR and VL minus VC, and we are considering the angle between current and voltage to be phi. So we can find the total EMF of the circuit by using triangle law, and according to triangle law of vector addition, we can say the resultant of two vector is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, and out here the angle between VR and VL minus VC is 90 degrees. So we don't write this term because cos 90 is 0. So now I'm writing the same expression. Now I'm putting the value of V naught R, V naught L and V naught C. So I'll take I naught common from these two terms, and this I square will come out, and we are left with this, and we are left with this. And now we can take this term below E naught, so you will get I naught is equal to E naught by this term. And if you compare this equation with Ohm's law, that is I is equal to V by R, we can see this term is similar to the resistance. So we can say this is the effective resistance offered by LCR circuit, and this term is called impedance. The effective resistance offered by LCR circuit is called impedance. And the relationship between resistance, inductive reactance and capacitive reactance can be shown by the impedance triangle, which we have already discussed. So this side is the resistance, XL minus XC is this side, and this is the angle phi. So now we'll talk about the special cases. So this is the final expression we have got for the current, and this is the impedance triangle. So the first case, when voltage across inductor is greater than voltage across capacitor, that time XL will be greater than XC, then circuit will be called inductive circuit, and we know in inductive circuit current lags behind, and the phase angle between current and the voltage can be found out using this impedance triangle. So in this triangle you can see tan theta is equal to XL minus XC by R. So using this you can find phi, and after finding the phi, we already know in inductive circuit the current lags behind the voltage. So I'll write minus phi, because and when voltage across capacitor is greater than voltage across inductor, that time XC will be greater than XL, that time the circuit will be called capacitive circuit, and in capacitor circuit we know current leads the voltage. So again the phase difference can be found out using impedance triangle, that is tan phi is equal to, now this time we'll write XC minus XL, because XC is greater than XL, by R. So the expression of the current is given by I is equal to I naught sin omega t, and we know in capacitor circuit current is ahead of voltage, so we have to write plus phi because it is ahead of the voltage. When Vc is equal to VL, that time Xc will be is equal to XL, then the circuit will be called pure resistive circuit, and in this case there is no phase difference between voltage and current. So out here you can see when Xc and XL are equal, we will get the phase angle to be 0. So the expression of the current is I is equal to I naught sin omega t, and there is no phi. So let's summarize the video. Now in resistor circuit, current and voltage is in same direction, and in inductor circuit voltage will lead the current, and in capacitor circuit voltage will lag behind the current. And if VL is greater than VC, then the circuit will act as a inductor circuit, and if VC is greater than VL, that time this circuit will act as a capacitor circuit. And if VL and VC are equal, they will cancel each other, and we are left with resistive circuit, and this time the current and voltage will be in same phase. So this is the end of the video. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel.